What's up, y'all? Thanks for tuning in to another episode of CultuR HackR, where on this channel the goal is to simply change the narrative. On this episode, I just wanted to bring something to you all's attention. I know the elections will be coming up soon in November. My question is, why do Democrats go after the black vote?
It's a long way until November. We got more questions.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
It's because they want your running mate to be a black woman. I don't know if you saw the op-ed in the Washington Post by some of the leading black women voices in this country, and they feel since black women are such a loyal voting bloc and black people saved your political life in the primaries this year, they have things they want from you, and one of them is a black woman running mate. What do you say to them?
What I say to them is that I'm not acknowledging anybody who is being considered, but I guarantee you there are multiple black women being considered.
Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden has made his choice. NBC News has confirmed that Biden has picked California Senator Kamala Harris to be his running mate, the first woman of color in history to be chosen for such a position, ending weeks of suspense and making good on a promise he made during the primaries back in March to name a woman to run as his running mate.
Over the years, black people have been known to vote Democratic. But why? Honestly, there's still poverty, there's still a lot of broken neighborhoods, and so on and so forth. I can list a ton. Those are just on my mind right now. But then my question is, why does the Democratic Party prey on the black vote? Honestly, I ran across a few clips and I would just like to go over them with you all. Actually, it's from two sides. I'm not telling anybody to vote Republican, but it was interesting to hear what these two people had to say. The reason why I'm giving these videos is because I was raised to believe that the Democratic Party was the party that was going to save us. Well, that never happened. Nothing ever changed. The only thing changed was our work ethic. Just listen in to what these two individuals have to say.
Stephen A. said that every black person in America should vote Republican for at least one election. Stephen A. Smith is joining me now. Stephen, who are you trying to send a message to? Republicans, Democrats, African Americans, all of the above?
I'd go with all of the above. That sounds about right, but specifically the Democratic Party from the standpoint that I definitely believe that the black vote has been taken for granted. And primarily the black community is at fault in my estimation in that regard, simply because on one hand, we're giving one party our vote because they've successfully gone about the business of convincing our community that the other party, the Republican Party, is completely against the interest of the black community. And as a result, we've been very transparent in our support. We've boarded hook, line, and sinker. We look at the Republican Party. I'm not talking about every single one of us, of course, but vast majority of black Americans look at the Republican Party as the enemy. We look at the Democratic Party, even tacitly, as our support base, and as a result, we are very transparent in our support for them. So because of it, they have a license to take us for granted. The Republican Party has a license to summarily dismiss us because they believe they'll never get our vote anyway. And then we end up finding ourselves devoid of any kind of representation whatsoever because nobody is really competing to garner our vote and our support. So I said what I said because I wanted folks in my community to stand up and recognize that if you go to a house or you go buy a car or whatever the case may be, you don't just see something you want and say, I want that. Tell me what the price is and I'll pay for it. Somebody has to flatter you in order to garner your dollars and your support. I think the same should apply to politicians who represent us.
When is the last time you voted?
I voted every year for 40 years. I'm so tired of our vote, first of all, being taken advantage of. For all these years, all they leaders do is come out, make sure you, white man tell them, make sure you get your people out. Make sure you get the people out. Make sure you get them out. Every 4 years. They so bold now and know we gonna come out, they don't even come.
If African American people don't vote, someone will still get elected.
So what does that matter?
So
it's not gonna.
How do you win?
I mean, How do you win if you go out there? You still ain't won. So if you keep doing the same stupid thing and you gonna get the different result, really? All you gonna do is go out and vote and stand up. Nobody gonna pay attention to you. You just giving them that power. Take it.
Not trying to persuade anybody, like I said, I just want to put that out there. But this is only to make you think. Change the narrative. Most of you out there within the sound of my voice were raised to believe that the Democratic Party was the Superman or the party that was going to save the black people. Well, is it true? The real change comes from the changes you make within. There is no party that is going to come and save you. We are taught to believe in a Republican Party, a Democratic Party, but it's just all made up. It's all made up, and it's just to keep the conflict going, thinking that we're solving a problem. Because
they out here saying that every vote counts. Oh, Doug again.
What is, come on, they already decided who wins even before it happens.
Yes! Yes!